Welcome, pups, and any newcomers, welcome to our pack. I'm Baldur, the voice of this growing family, shaped by passion, forged in purpose, and devoted to building the future of gaming, not exploiting it. Before we dive into anything else, I want to show what we, as a studio, believe in. We believe modern society has twisted the soul of gaming. It's become a machine designed to drain wallets while offering just enough dopamine to keep you hooked until your next paycheck. That's not what games are meant to be. Games are built with passion. They should be. Without it, no amount of money can create a meaningful experience. We don't build our games to cash out. We want to build our games to bring worlds to life. We want to give you stories that are worth living and mechanics that are worth mastering. This message is long overdue. I've stayed quiet. I've watched the same cycle play out again and again. Studios chasing profit over players, a sentiment that's been echoed many times now, and we need to stand up. We need to fight these industries, these companies that are doing this. I can't stay silent anymore. I have to speak. I have to speak for the warriors, the builders, the guardians, those of us who still believe that games should be played for joy, not obligation. You shouldn't have to come home from work and clock into another grind. You shouldn't be punished for fear of missing out, or forced to grind for items in a battle pass that you already paid for. It isn't clever design. It's manipulation. And it's everywhere. We, as a studio, will have to talk about money sometime, and I won't cover it in this video today. However, we will do a video talking about monetization and the realities versus the current industry approach, and why we believe it's not right. Before we continue and really get into why I'm making this video today, I want you to really fall into what we're doing. Drop a like, give us a follow, comment. If you want to really get into what we're doing, check us out on Patreon. I post on Facebook sometimes for at Velder Studios, but we have a community that we're trying to grow. We love player engagement. We have a lot to talk about, and we're going to have stuff to really show you that you can really get into. If you want to help us grow, again, Patreon is the best place for that. Your voice does matter to us. Your support makes a massive difference to us. Now, going back to what made me finally speak up. I watch this industry closely. I watch the massive publishers all the way down to indie creators. And one thing I keep seeing over and over is how easily these people exploit the hope of the players. Especially in the world of crowdfunding. Players want to believe that there is something amazing coming to life, and many developers take that trust and disappear. Just look at GameRant's article from 2023. We have many games listed here that were crowdfunded on Kickstarter or GoFundMe, and they made massive amounts of money, sometimes upwards of $200,000, sometimes more, sometimes less. This one, $800,000. What's the price of this one? This one, $4,000, so that one's not as big. But the point is that these companies are making all of this money, whether they're indie, whether they're a big publisher, they're making this money, and then they walk away. And who is left with the ticket? Who is the one that's out? The players. All of these players that have donated to these causes, hoping for something that would come out and give them something to enjoy, give them something that they truly, truly want to see, and they don't have anything to show for it. $325,000 just gone. People spent their money on it. Some people put their savings into it, and it's gone. The article that really got me into it today, that really made my blood boil, is the one about Alzara. It's another one. They crowdfunded. $300,000. And as of yesterday, the studio is shutting down. Where'd your money go? They're taking it. You don't get it back. Granted, I know that game development is expensive, and that money did go to people's paychecks, but that doesn't help you. That doesn't help the player. All that does is serve to make them feel like these companies can't be trusted. It serves to make them feel like there's no point in supporting creators. And as somebody who's trying to step into this creative space and design stuff, it crushes me to see that people can't trust other creators. So I have to speak out. I have to show that not everybody's that way. Right? There's many controversies, there's many news articles, there's stories like this all the time. Big AAA games, little games, all of them, all the above. Whether it's them shutting down, whether it's them providing a product you don't agree with, whether it's you buying a game and then them turning it off. Another one that started this, a lot of this is, the Stop Killing Games movement. Many players have bought a game, played the game, enjoyed the game, only to have it shut down. Only to make sure that people can't play it with each other anymore. And it's even worse when that's true for a single-player game. Like, I'm not here to get into the Stop Killing Games movement itself and what it does or doesn't ask for, but the fact is, you're putting money into these people, into these companies, into all of this, and they're ripping it out from under you and needing you to hold back. Another example, and I really don't want to start a controversy with this. I really don't want to point fingers or anything. I'm just facts, okay? People have spent, almost 700 people have spent money on the Kickstarter for Heartbound. Alright? $20,000. People are buying this game on Steam. $10 a pop. People are buying merch. People are buying products. And they're upset. They're being told that they're not allowed to be upset because the game has been 7-8 years in development and they don't have a game yet. They're getting flamed for downvoting this game that's been in production for how long? And again, I don't want to flame Pirate Software. I think that, his development is his problem, his community, he can deal with it. But the fact of the matter is, whether it's his community, whether it's Ubisoft's community, whether it's Nintendo's community, players feel like they're being taken advantage of. And we're not okay with that. Our studio, Valdir Studios, is committed and will 100% always be committed to the player experience, to making players enjoy their games, to making players feel like they are the most important thing, because honestly, what's a game developer without the players to play their games? We want to provide something for you guys that you can enjoy, that you can get behind, that you can really honestly immerse yourself in. We don't want to give you something. We don't want to see people give you something. We don't want to allow these publishers to give you something that honestly isn't worth it. I mean, let's look at the reality of things. When it comes to digital products, where's the supply and demand problem? Why do games need to be $90, $80, $100? Like, I get it, it costs money to make games, but when you have an infinite number of items to sell, why not just price it at a point where everybody can buy it, instead of pricing people out of games? Why do I have to choose between this game or that game and only play one? Why can't I buy them both? Why does the price have to be so high? And that's what I'm talking about. These companies are taking advantage of players. And it's less of a problem with these indie companies, but it's still a little bit of a problem. And we want to make sure our studio is something you guys can feel like gives you everything you want. We want to make sure that you get a game that is worthwhile and the price of the game has no impact on the experience. So, I'm going to be creating more videos. I'm sorry for this one being a little bit of a rant. I didn't really sit down and kind of script out what I wanted to talk about. And yes, I'm using a voice changer. I'm trying very much to keep my personal views and my views for the company as two separate things. My company at Valder Studios, is agnostic of politics, is, independent of, the different dramas or positions or whatever that people want to fill. My personal side of that, I can voice myself for myself, but the studio, we're focused on games and our players, and that's it. We don't care about anything but our games and our players. So if you can get behind that, check us out. It's ValderStudios.com, on Patreon /ValderStudios, on Twitter, it's official Valder, Facebook, Valder Studios on Facebook. You can find us all over the place. I'll put the links in the description. And please like, comment, subscribe, not subscribe, like, comment, follow, give us some engagement, talk to us, get involved, be part of this community. We can't wait to grow with you guys. Thank you.